Hey everyone, today let's talk about something really simple but super meaningful. The short Islamic prayer, or dua, that's said after eating. It's a tiny act that can turn a daily routine into a really profound moment of gratitude.
You know that feeling, right? You just finished a good meal, you're leaning back, feeling satisfied. It's a universal thing. But what if that moment could be more than just, the end of dinner? In the Islamic tradition, it's actually an opportunity for a powerful moment of reflection.
And that reflection comes in the form of a dua, which is basically a personal prayer or supplication. In this case, there's a specific set of words to really express thanks for the meal we just had. So let's take a look at what those words actually are.
Okay, so here it is. This is the prayer. You can see the original Arabic, a transliteration to help you with the pronunciation, and of course the English translation. And this isn't just something someone came up with recently. It's a tradition that's been passed down for generations, and it's recorded in the collections of Abu Dawood, who was a really renowned scholar of Islamic traditions.
Just take a second to look at the Arabic script itself. It's really beautiful, isn't it? There's such an elegance and flow to it. But okay, let's get into it and unpack what these powerful words truly mean. To really get the full impact of this prayer, we're going to break it down piece by piece. Because once you understand its structure, you'll see just how deep it really is.
Okay, so let's dive in. The prayer flows through three really clear parts. It starts with this big, broad foundation of praise. Then it moves to acknowledging the specific things we were given. And finally, it wraps up with this profound affirmation of identity.
So it all starts with Alhamdulillah. This is probably one of the most common and foundational phrases in Islam. It means praise be to Allah, or praise be to God. By starting here, it immediately sets a tone of humility. It refrains the meal you just had not as something you earned or are owed, but as a divine blessing you've received.
So building on that general praise, the prayer then gets really specific. It says, "Who has fed us and given us drink." This is a direct, conscious thank you for the actual stuff you just consumed, the food and the water. It connects that huge concept of praise to the very plate and glass that were right there in front of you a minute ago.
And this brings us to the final and maybe the deepest layer of the prayer. It ends with "and made us Muslims." This connects your physical sustenance to your spiritual identity. It's a recognition that the greatest blessing isn't just the food on the table, but the faith you hold in your heart. It totally elevates the prayer from a simple thank you for a meal to a powerful declaration of belonging.
So, we've seen what the words mean, right? But let's go a little deeper. What's the real significance of saying this prayer? Why is this small act considered so important?
Well, when you make a habit of this, it cultivates some incredible qualities. It keeps you in a constant state of gratitude. It reinforces the belief that God is the ultimate provider of everything. And maybe most importantly, it connects a totally normal daily act, eating, directly to your faith. It turns mindless consumption into a moment of mindfulness. It's funny, we talk about gratitude journals these days. Well, this is kind of like a micro-journaling session built right into your day.
The contrast here is pretty stark. Without the prayer, eating can just be a routine. Blessings are sort of taken for granted. The meal just ends. But with the prayer, the whole thing gets reframed. Eating becomes an act of worship. Blessings are actively acknowledged, and the end of a meal is actually the beginning of a moment of connection.
And really, that's the true power of it. This short prayer takes one of our most basic biological needs, food and water, and it elevates it, turning it into a sacred moment of remembrance and gratitude.
So the main takeaway here is this. The dua after eating is so much more than just good manners. It's a tool. It's a powerful tool for shifting your perspective. It's like a built-in reminder, 3 times a day, maybe more, to just pause, be present, and acknowledge the source of all your blessings.
So, I'll just leave you with this to think about. What if we actually took just 10 seconds after every single meal to intentionally practice gratitude like this? How might that simple, repeated act of mindfulness start to reshape our entire day, our outlook, and even our connection to the world around us?